Hey everybody, hello. Leslie here with the plaid poodle. When you jump on, please say hello. I love to chat during our crafty time together. I've got the comments turned on. We're going to do something a little different today. It's coffee and a card. On Wednesdays at 2, I have coffee and a card, and we usually make a card, but today I wanted to do something different. And I'm not even sure we're going to do any stamping, but it's going to be pretty cool. I'm excited about it. I'm just going to chat a minute. It is so lovely here in Kansas City. I think it's supposed to get up to 80 degrees today. I have my windows open with some fresh air blowing through, and it just makes me very happy. I put on my spring summer shirt. I am so ready for spring. I am going to turn the camera around. Let me bring this here and make sure we look good. There we go. I don't know why it says iPhone. It usually doesn't say that, but it is my iPhone that I use for my camera. I just wanted to remind you of the savings are in bloom during the month of March. You can get the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine for 20% off. Instead of 60, it is 48. And then there are also several die and stamp set bundles that are available for purchase that are also 20% off. And these all coordinate or will work with the mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. But I just wanted to remind you of that that's going on. I don't know if there'll be a sellout situation. Oops, sorry, or not. Hi, Loopy. Hi, Stacy. And then I also wanted to mention this suite. This is a preview from the new upcoming annual catalog that comes out in May. So Stampin' Up! Is giving us a chance to purchase this ahead of time. And I've seen some really lovely things made with this suite. But if you go to leslie.stampinup.net, you can see all of that there, as well as the Savings in Bloom promotion. Hey, Ariel, I never get to see you on here. Good to see you. Today we're going to do something really fun. And it's, like I said, I don't even think we're doing stamping, but we are going to use some designer series paper. Do that. Hello. Who's a fan of the the Target dollar spot? That's what they call it. Nothing costs $1 there, but when you walk in the store, they've got those little cute little things available, and they're $3 to $5. I picked this up. Hi, Kathy. I picked up this from that Dollar Tree spot. Now, it didn't look like this when I picked it up. I kind of tore it apart. It was like this. I've had to paint on that a little bit. This was $3, and I thought it was so cute, but I wanted to make it cuter. So I haven't done anything to the bunny, but I did pry this little bunny off, and we're going to use that. And I'm going to kind of make a three-dimensional thing in the back of there. And then we're going to do something with these carrots. These carrots were tied up with this cording. It was so cute. So if you want to do this project, I'll give you a couple tips. I wanted to tear all the carrots apart, but I think I could have just left the white carrot and the wood grain carrot and then just covered you'll see what I'm going to do, covered my orange carrot, because it was a little difficult. I used my heat gun to, your heat tool that you emboss with, to heat the glue up, and then I used a little screwdriver and pried everything apart. But when I did, you know, kind of scuffed everything up, and I sanded the glue off, and so I went ahead and painted the edges of these again. So that's why that looks like that. Anyway, so let's start with the easiest one. It's going to be this little bunny house. Anyway, all of that stuff was only $3. So I just took this paper I'm using. It's so springtime. It's Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. And it just reminds me of spring. The colors, the ginghams especially. We're going to use one of those prints. This was perfect for my carrot. One of my carrots. And these papers are in the annual catalog, the annual Stampin' Up! Catalog. And if you do not have one and you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be happy to get one in the mail to you. So just reach out to me. So I did a lot of the work ahead of time. I went ahead and what I did was, you know, the old cut and trace. I just took a pen and traced on my paper, and then I trimmed it. And because this is a little wider than the inside, I had to kind of keep trimming it down, trimming it down, trimming it down until it would fit right in the middle. Isn't that cute? Now this is reminding me of a stable for Christmas. But this is for Easter. But maybe I should go buy one just to save for Christmas time. Okay, I'm going to just use some glue on these raised panels. I didn't sand any of this down, but I think it'll be good enough to hold my Designer Series paper in there. Do any of you guys do the trays, the tiered trays that are so popular? I mean, there's whole Instagram accounts where they do the tiered trays and they decorate for all the little holidays and seasons. These would be perfect for those tiered trays just to kind of set on. Hi, Carol. Okay, so this one's going to be real easy. I'm going to put a wreath on here just like was printed, and I haven't decided if I'm going to pop them up or use flat ones. I went ahead and cut these out ahead of time. Now I'm hinting at what's coming up. These are my other little things I pre-cut. I'm going to put my wreath in there, and for that I use the Forever Flourishing dies. I just use these 4 little leaf dies. These coordinate with the Forever Fern stamp set. You can stamp and then die cut them out. And these are also in the annual catalog. So what I did is I just did 8 cardstock ones, and then I did 8 using the foam adhesive sheets, which kind of turned them into 3-dimensional stickers. Because I thought that I kind of wanted my wreath to be a little dimensional. And this is going to be harder because I don't have that guide to guide me. I'm wondering if I should get a circle punch so I know how to put those. I'm going to grab a circle punch to be my guide. Talk amongst yourselves. I might need a bigger, these are retired punches. I hate that Stampin' Up! Retired them. No, I think that's going to be big enough. I'm not going to put it in there. I just want to use it to kind of guide my my wreath. I'm going to just... Oh, Carol, I got this at the Target dollar spot. They had this whole little set for $3. They had the little bunny, the house, and then they had this little cluster of carrots, and all three were packaged together for $3. Okay, so I think I'm going to use the raised ones. I think I'm going to like that it's a little dimensional. Now, some of these go one way and some of these go the other way, which is kind of nice. And some of them are just kind of straight, but we can kind of curl them. Like I might want to come back and curl them a little bit. Yeah, run out real quick, because you know how that stuff at the dollar spot just kind of disappears real quick. At least they do at mine. So if you want to grab one of these sets, y'all get out there. That's kind of the way everything is nowadays. You don't get it, it's gone. I don't remember that being the case in the past. I think it only takes 7 of these little leaf clusters. But I cut out 8 just in case, and I think I'm going to use 8. Probably making my wreath just a little bigger than what was on the little house. And I might have to trim up one of these stems. It wants to stick to my finger. I'm going to trim off this little stem here. Just a little bit. Okay. So that's our little wreath. I might move these up just a tad. Because it looks kind of crowded down at the bottom. This is what happens when I don't do it ahead of time. And I try to just do it on the fly with you guys. It's in my brain, but I don't have a sample. Here we go. I'm going to move this one up. Oh, happy birthday to your grandson, 13. He's a teenager today. God bless him. My granddaughter's birthday is tomorrow, and she will be 6. And then my grandson's is Saturday, and he will be 9. All right, I'm not going to fuss with that. I might go back later because it's not real circular, and I think I can squeeze them in there and make it a little circular, but I don't want to waste your time. Now I'm going to take the little rabbit, and I'm going to put her or him on with dimensionals. Okay, that's the little house. And I might put a bow down in there. So when I post this later today on my on the Facebook page, keep a lookout. Like I said, I didn't embellish anything because I'm kind of doing it on the fly. I just thought these things were so cute, but we could make them cuter. Okay, the little rabbit, very easy. I I loved this print. Oh, Kathy's will be 1 on Saturday. He shares my grandson's birthday. Now, the little buffalo check is okay, but this is so cute. And I just thought it would be real cute with the house. And I'm going to use some decoupage stuff. I think glue would work fine, but in case I want to use it next year. This is collage page. I'm told this holds up better in humid situations. I don't know if it does or not. But you can get the Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree, which would be plenty enough to do this project. And we're going to finish off the edges here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that here in a sec. We're going to have to let him dry a little bit. But all I did was I laid him on the opposite side of the designer series paper that I wanted to use. I traced around him and then just fussy cut him out. I'm just going to put a tiny dab here and hope it dries in time for me to show you how I'm going to finish it off. The edges. Because you'll notice they're not exactly perfect, which it probably doesn't matter. But I'll show you a little trick for that. And then I thought that would be really cute with maybe a little bow around his neck, and I've got some little fluff balls to add a little tail, a little white bunny tail. So we'll let them dry a little bit. And then the carrots, like I said, it came like this. It was all tied up, and there was a lot of like hot glue on it. So I used my heat gun to kind of loosen the glue and then pried them apart. I don't know next time if I would. I think I would just leave the bottom two the way they are, and I would just cover the top one. But I wanted to give it a go. So we're going to do these just the same way. Woohoo, I got my hot glue gun over here. The same way we did the bunny. And aren't these cute, the little, I don't know about you guys. Oops, I want it this way. When I go to the dollar spot at Target, I just want to get everything. But I did find some party favors. We always have an egg hunt at Easter. We kind of host Easter with the family. And we have an egg hunt that includes the adults. So I always like to have something besides candy for the ladies that come. So I found these. They smelled wonderful. Just little candles in the dollar spot. So I've already got my little party favor thing for my ladies for Easter. I'll probably show you how I'm going to decorate them all up when I start thinking about that. Because I'll probably put a tag on them. Okay, and then this last print, I just did a little print of the pansies. Now, when I took these carrots apart, which is why I said if I did it again, I probably wouldn't take them apart. I probably would just cover the top one. There was a lot of glue, and I had to use my heat gun to get rid of the glue, and then I sanded it a little bit, and then of course, because I sanded it, I had to paint the edges. I sanded the glue off. So, just a helpful hint if you go out and grab these and try this. I think it would have looked just as well. But this is going to be so cute. All right, we're done with the decoupage. Make sure the edges are really good. see how it's kind of dry. I'm gonna grab my heat gun and just put it on low and dry them a little bit more. I also thought this little bunny would be cute with some brown paper, like a chocolate bunny. But I chose this little floral print because it pulled all the other colors out. I think this is Calypso Coral. Let's look what the coordinating colors are. Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, Soft Seafoam. Yeah, so this one is the Calypso Coral. Some of them are trying to have air bubbles. Okay, I think that's dry enough. All right, this is how I finish the edges off. I take a little file or a piece of sandpaper and I just kind of go like this. I don't just kind of, I just do. And it folds the edge over, and if you keep at it, it will actually just tear the edge apart. Now I've seen people use like a match and do it, or like a lighter and burn the edges off. But I took a class where we made some wood decorations, and this is how she taught us. This is a very coarse file. You could also, like I said, use a piece of sandpaper, but it just kind of gets those edges clean. That's a word. And I'm not going to sit here and be a perfectionist because you don't want to watch that. So now you can't see the edges like you could before. They were, you know, and they won't tear or rip off because we've kind of, and it's still a little wet. I probably would have better luck if I waited till it was a little dry. But that's how I do that. And then I'm going to take some, I forgot to grab this. I was looking for my Calypso Coral ink and I couldn't find it. I'm not very organized. I wonder what happened to my Calypso Coral ink. Oh dear. So I'm going to use some pale petal pink. And I'm just going to, I didn't want brown or anything. But I'm going to, I think the petal pink will be good. I'm using a little piece of a Stampin' Sponge and sponging the edges. And that also will give it a nice finished look. And Petal Pink is very subtle. So I'm not even sure you guys can tell. Okay. So there, that's my bunny, and I'll do that for my carrots as well. And I'm going to do that off camera, and then you guys look. Doggone it. I stuck them together. You guys look later onto the page, and I'll show you the finished products, or the finished project. I think I'm going to take one of these little, what do you call these, pom-poms, and hot glue that right on her tail when I'm all done. And I might put a ribbon around her neck. What do you think? Who votes ribbon around the neck? You can do too much, which I am kind of prone to do, where it gets a little tacky. Okay, my sister votes ribbon around the neck. I think I will. And then I'm going to tie these up. They're still a little wet, but I'll do the same thing with these. I'll sand around the edges, and then I'll sponge them. And then I'll tie them up with some jute. Okay, everyone's voting ribbon or bow. Well, at least 3 people are. So that's good. So then we'll just tack these together, and then I'll use that jute, or maybe I might use ribbon. I think I might use some ribbon now that I'm thinking about it. And then I'll fix my little wreath, and I might dude up this a little bit. So, and then my blog will always have the final project as well. I'll post pictures over there if you want to go to theplaidpoodle.com and look later, but it'll be later. But I want to keep you all afternoon while I work on these. So thanks for joining me. I will be back Monday for Make It Monday, which I should have done these on Monday for Make It Monday instead of on Wednesday for Coffee and a Card, but I just was too excited. I couldn't wait till Monday. And if you guys were interested, I wanted you to run out to Target and get them before they were all gone. So we'll talk to you later.